Well, hello people, Dave here. And so I'm making another video, me in the pool of course, and I want to red pill about Nesara. Now what is Nesara? Nesara is this big conspiracy theory, QAnon scam. And what's funny about it is it was created in the 90s by this guy named Harvey Bernard, who was a PhD teacher. And he didn't work in the government, and he had no power or anything. It was just something he wrote and put on the internet. And it was this idea about changing the whole entire economical system. And when he put it out, and what's funny about it is he put it out under Clinton. And this character called the Dove of Oneness, which was this cult leader, conspiracy nut, she picked it up and started running with it in order to scam people to get money. And if you're into the QAnon thing, you probably heard of the white hats and the black hats. Like the white hats in their QAnon world are the patriots, and the black hats is the deep state. Well, the Dove of Oneness was the first character to come up with this white hat people, but she called them the white knights. And she lied and said that Clinton signed this into law. And after Clinton left office, Bush was supposed to implement it, but because of 9/11, Bush didn't implement it. And like I said, the guy that created it, Bernard Harvey, he didn't work in the government. It was never introduced on the Congress, the House floor, anything. It never was written into law. It doesn't exist. It's just a conspiracy theory bullshit. But like I said, this Dove of Oneness picked it up. But what's funny about it, the most hilarious thing about it, is that all of these people that call themselves patriots, these Q people, these people that support Trump, they always talk about how they hate socialism. But if you look at Nesara, the way they explain it, is pure socialism. What Nesara, according to them, is supposed to do is forgive all debts, get rid of taxes, and create this gold-backed currency, which they call God's money. Gold is God's money. When in actuality, if you read the Bible, the way wealth was used or portrayed in the Bible wasn't how much gold or silver you had. It was how much animals you had, how many camels you had, how much cattle, how much oxen. It's very plain that Jesus himself looked at money as being part of the earthly political system. There's the famous passage in the Bible when he's questioned about paying taxes. And he asks, whose face is on the coin that you pay taxes? And they go, Caesar's. And he says, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto God what is God's. So this gold being God's money BS is just BS. That's what it is. And what's funny about it, people always talk like gold and silver are like they're special for some reason. And yes, gold and silver have been used, we use it today in technology and stuff. But if you wanted to add value to something, by the way that we use it, plastic would be far more valuable than gold or silver, because plastic is used in everything. Car parts, house parts, hearts, medical tools, everything is used plastic. So if you wanted to say something is valuable because we use it a lot, it would be plastic. It would be better to base your money on a plastic standard than a gold standard, because plastic is far more valuable and far more used than gold or silver. And the reason why the United States went off the gold standard was because gold is so volatile. You can look it up. Gold is very volatile. You have to mine it, and there's no consistent quantity of gold. So it's hard to add value to it because, like, people say, well, gold is valuable because there's not much of it. But tomorrow, in any part of the world, somebody could be digging anywhere and hit a huge deposit of gold. So you can't determine the amount of gold there is on the face of the planet. You don't know. So it's hard to equate a value to it because gold could be either very plentiful or it could be very rare. You just don't know. So that's why the United States and the whole world left the gold standard, because gold is too volatile. Silver is too volatile. Yes, we use it, but we use plastic far more than we use gold and silver when it comes to everyday things. Every computer, every car, everything is made from plastic. So if it's because we use it a lot, plastic is far more valuable. But getting back to this Nesara thing and this Gesera thing, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because there's no way that you can pay off everybody's debt. And these people believe, these sovereign citizen QAnon people, these Trump people, believe that like everybody's going to be given all this money. But think about this. Just use logic for a minute. If everybody is rich, then nobody is rich. So if tomorrow the federal government, Trump, whoever, the white hats gave everybody $20 million in their bank account, then everybody would have $20 million. So the cost of things would go up. You can't just give people money and expect people to then be rich. It doesn't matter. If you have if everybody has $1,000, then $1,000 isn't worth anything. Just like if everybody has $20 million, $20 million isn't worth anything. If everybody had $20 million, then a house would cost $500 million. Do you understand? You can't just give everybody money and then expect everything like everybody's rich. Because like I said, when everybody's rich, nobody's rich. So this Nesara thing, for the people that hate communism and socialism, it is communism and socialism. Paying off everybody's debts, giving everybody all this money. It's ridiculous. And these QAnon people, like, they love to try to come up with ways. Like they say that, there was, one of the things I heard, there's $21 trillion that was hidden in these tunnels under the Vatican. And Trump gathered up all this gold for some, I don't know how he did it, and brought it all back. Do you understand? If there was $21 trillion, like if somebody went and dug a hole and found $21 trillion of gold, the price of gold would drop to nothing. The only reason that gold is valuable is because we believe it to be scarce. That's the only reason. Silver, gold, it's only valuable because we don't think there's a lot of it. Like, I'll give you a good example. De Beers is the diamond syndicate that controls all the diamonds. And it's been proven that what De Beers does is, diamonds are not rare. There's billions of diamonds. But what De Beers does is they gather up all the diamonds and then they only let a small trickle out onto the market every year. Because why? They want to keep the prices of diamonds high. So if there was $21 trillion of gold found in a pit or found in the Vatican, then gold would lose its value because instead of it being rare, it would be everywhere. So it's not valuable. It's just, gold is only valuable because we as human beings like pretty metal. It's just a metal. Why is gold or silver more valuable than copper or brass or lead? Because people say, well, we use gold for computers or whatever. Well, we use brass, we use copper for wires. We use, it's ridiculous. Like I said, if you wanted to go buy something being used a lot, plastic would be the most valuable substance on the face of the planet. But it's just ridiculous that these people believe that this is going to happen when it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. There is no Nesara, Gesara. There is no quantum finance, new economy. There is no rainbow currency. It's all grifting lies that people tell you because you donate to their Rumble. Like there's this guy named Phil Godleski or whatever. He's the biggest grifter. He pretends that he's this big insider when he's just a grifter. You can go back and watch his videos. I've done it on Rumble because I find him hilarious. And go back and watch his videos from a year ago, and everything he said never came true. It's all lies. So just sit down and use common sense. The Nesara Gesara thing is lies. Gold is only as valuable is because we believe that there's only so much around, but like I said, we haven't found it all. And South Park really did a really good episode about this, where it talked about how gold is made. So I want you to think about this. All the gold coins, all the gold jewelry, all of that stuff, it's recirculating in the market. Like, this is what happens. In India or China or Dubai, they make gold necklaces or gold bracelets or gold whatever. And then they sell it to the Western world, and then people buy it and they wear it for a while or they give it as a gift. And then it, in turn, gets sold back to these gold buyers, and then they melt it down and then they sell it back to the guys in Dubai and China and Saudi Arabia who make the jewelry. It just keeps making circles. It just keeps going and going and going. So there is no real value when it comes to gold. You know, I know people say, well, you know, we use it in computers and we use it in that. But like I said, plastic is far more used than gold is. So it's just that human beings like shiny things. And gold and silver and diamonds and stuff like that are pretty, and humans just fall for it. You know, that's why fool's gold. Like, you can go down, like, I have bought fool's gold, like when I was on trips like to Colorado or New Mexico or Arizona and places like that. And it's really pretty, and you put it up on your little bookshelf and it sits there and it's pretty, but that's all it is. Because like I said, when it comes to global usage, plastic is far more valuable. So really, it would be better to create a monetary system based on plastic, because we actually use plastic more than we use gold or silver or anything. So, like I said, this Nesara, Gesara, it's never going to happen. Because if everybody was rich, then nobody would be rich. Thanks.